I mean, see, I'm trying to be professional here. I'm trying to do things like I got my computer, but I got my laptop here. I had to fire the assistant. I got my notes, and in case I get thirsty, I have my Monster because sometimes you don't want a hot coffee, you want a cold one.
Yeah, I'm out of creamer, so I'm not drinking coffee right now. I'm drinking some water in a Modelo cup.
There you go. But a little cerveza in that cup would be nice, right? Well, nice. Even though it's not bad today, by the way. We should mention that beautiful day in Ohio. We're going to break before we die, in case you haven't heard. We're about to hit the hundreds. I don't mean $100 bills. I mean,
I don't like that negative attitude you got there.
I'm just trying to keep it real. It's about to get hot, hot, hot. Feeling hot, hot, hot. That was an 80s
Okay,
song,
calm down, Point Dexter.
Oh, see, he was on it. Feeling hot, hot, hot. What? It was a stupid but great song. It's fine. Look, this first thing we're going to talk about, you've had to have seen because this shit took over the internet this week. Tell me you've seen this story. This Coldplay Kiss Cam story.
Oh, I absolutely. I've been seeing so many different people photoshopping other people.
And the AI now. AI, like I've seen so many videos where he throws her down the stairs when the camera gets on and he runs away. And listen, I'm going to say this. I feel bad for the families that have gotten destroyed, but I don't feel bad for these two. I'm sorry.
Yeah, fuck these guys.
I don't feel bad for them.
I heard he was trying to sue Coldplay for showing him in a public setting. Fuck
Look, I forgot to download the picture, but by the way, it wasn't even Coldplay. And the woman's name I'd have to look up, but the girl that took this video is making a bunch of money off her footage, by the way. So
I'm sure.
Coldplay put them on the arena thing, yes, but when you go see a concert, that's part of the deal. The footage came from somebody in the crowd. It doesn't matter. Listen, I'm not going to encourage affairs, but I'm not the dumbest guy in the world. I don't give a fuck if you're a CEO or if you work at Walmart. If you are a married person and you're having an affair with a married person, you don't go to anything public. You don't go to concerts. You don't go to an NFL game. You go to a fucking hotel. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. You're both fucking. Not only that, what makes this so great, besides the fact of the funny pictures, is the fact that he's the CEO and she's the head of HR.
Yeah, here's the thing. Even if you go to one of these concerts, don't show public displays of affection. Wow. If you were just sitting next to each other, nobody probably would have. Now, somebody who was watching a Coldplay, I don't think it would have got this attention. This wouldn't have happened if you weren't doing public displays of affection in public.
Yes, or at any big event. And again, I'm watching this, just a clip from one of these shows on whatever, CNN or something, and the guy is talking to this other, and he goes, "So what happens Monday? What do they do?" And his co-host goes, "Take it to HR."
He already did. He took it all night long to HR.
He not only did he take it, he delivered it to HR. You know what I'm saying? He was in there. Take it to HR, baby.
I think there's a proper saying for this. I think this applies here. He fucked around and found out.
Yeah. Wow. You know what? That's brilliant because yes, that's what happens. And you, sir, did indeed fuck around and found out. By the way, he resigned. She's still employed so far.
Oh, wow. Really?
Well, yeah. I mean, HR is investigating as we speak, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, you said he resigned. He wasn't fired yet, so that was his own.
Well, choice. Yeah, no.
I mean, he was probably getting fired. He resigned before he could, so it's just a matter of she's waiting and trying to fight it, where he was like, "I'm out."
Yeah.
A big win for their families because they're going to get a nice settlement.
Oh, yes. The families are going to be well taken care of. I'm sure whoever she is, Miss HR,
his wife, her husband, they have video documented evidence that is irrefutable.
And then you find out that apparently the other girl that's beside her in the video when she turns is like a coworker, the one that can't stop fucking laughing and her face is all red. And she doesn't she just stays on camera just fucking crying.
Oh my gosh. She just showed her true color. She's like, I'm going to keep this quiet. And she's probably like, hey, fucked around. And now someone found out.
And
it's like, I've been keeping my mouth shut, but this is hilarious.
And sorry, YouTube, but in a world the way it is right now, this was made the internet the greatest thing this fucking week. And then everybody recreated it. They showed all these arenas and different, sporting events where they recreated the scene. Yeah, it's good shit. And I actually sent you one. Now, this was my favorite one I found. I did not make this, but this was my favorite one that I found. Talk about plugging people into the picture. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, Iron Sheik is fucking the Hawk.
My ass. Sheik would fucking put me in a camel clutch for this shit right here.
He would deserve it too.
I mean, I saw all sorts of them. I saw come on, 2.5 Men. A bunch. Charlie Sheen with a bag of cocaine.
Oh.
The dad from Christmas Story with the leg lamp.
I was watching. Have you seen? Now, I know we don't normally try to get too political on this one.
That's okay.
But
that's okay.
Have you seen? So I'm sure you've heard the story about Stephen Colbert, right?
Yes,
they're canceling his show. Well, he made a on his show because he's still on there. He invited.
I almost made a graphic for it, but go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead.
He invited Weird Al and Lin-Manuel Miranda to the show to sing, and they're like, "We're gonna sing Coldplay." He's like, "Oh, did you make a parody for Coldplay?" And Weird Al was like, "Yeah, no, I can't think of anything funnier than just Coldplay." So, digs from Weird Al Yankovic. And so they're playing this Coldplay song. And they're just showing people. This is beautiful, by the way. I loved it. They had pretty much every late night host you can think of in that crowd. They had Jon Stewart. They had Jimmy Fallon. They had Seth Meyers. They had almost pretty much all the popular late night hosts were all in solidarity for Stephen Colbert. And I thought that was beautiful. I thought that was great. But then they had Donald Trump, a cartoon of Donald Trump hugging Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
Because we all know, I'm pretty sure Stephen Colbert is one of the most popular ones out there right now. And somehow he's being fired for or canceled for financial decisions.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not trying to get too far into it, but
the only way, and listen, you already know me, right? I am Mr. I don't believe fucking anything on the surface. Mr. Conspiracy here. I wish I had time to do another podcast. You should see some of the shit I found about 9/11. But anyway, their story about this financial, like everything they said could be true, but the only way any of this bullshit's true is if we see other shows get canceled, because what they're trying to use it is, well, in this era now, people aren't watching television as much, which I can buy.
Which is probably true.
Which is probably true. Okay, so, and people now, instead of watching the whole show, they just go on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and they just watch the clips they want
to
see.
But I feel like those views also get you.
Could also be true. I'm not trying to cut you off. Could also be true. But the only way that you can convince America that that's the reason, other than how long have they been out for COVID anyway? I mean, like I said, I don't want to go too deep, but how long have they been after him anyway?
Yeah, maybe.
So if you want to prove it, if that's really the case, then we should see other networks canceling late night television. If that's really the case. And I know
there's also,
he's not Jimmy Kimmel, but he's fucking entertaining. He's very popular.
Well, there's also the
fact that Fallon, by the way, not Jimmy Kimmel. He's better.
No,
I meant he's not Jimmy Fallon. My bad.
So there's also the reason why people are suggesting this conspiracy is because apparently Paramount Plus just was sued for whatever by the Trump administration. So they think it's more that they're trying to appease.
Yeah.
Avoid getting in trouble again, I guess. So that's why those conspiracies are going on. But anyways, we'll stop talking the politics.
Yeah, my bad.
It's not your fault. I brought it up.
I almost brought that up too. But yeah, so we'll see what happens there.
I just love that Stephen Colbert video. It was funny.
Yeah, it was good shit for sure. And he'll be fine. You know,
And I love Weird Al, so I had to talk about Weird Al. You know,
when I would look at Al, dude, I've been seeing so many videos of him on tour, like his concerts. It would be so amazing to see. But everybody's too expensive. That's not a shot at Weird Al. Concerts are just so expensive now. Concerts for
yeah.
anything outside of your house is really expensive. Where's that hush money?
But yeah, we
Nothing
could
personal,
use it.
Weird Al. I love you, Weird Al. Nothing personal.
I would love to see him again. I've seen him twice in the '90s
Just like
during
when
his
we were,
bad hair day tour. So
just like when we were so stoked SummerSlam was in Cleveland, and then when I looked at tickets, I'm like, the only ones I could afford were the. I don't want to be way up there looking at ants just to say I was at SummerSlam. Because I'm sorry, but we reviewed it in the archives. I was at a SummerSlam, even though it was years ago, real close. So if I'm going to go, I'm not saying I need to be ringside, but I'm not going to pay a couple $100 to be up there and get a nosebleed and have bird shit on my head. You know, I'm just saying.
I mean, it probably was cheaper, but you were also probably younger and didn't give a crap about money as much.
I didn't, and to this day, I don't know why I didn't get ringside. I could have. I had that option. See, even back then, I was fucking cheap, like no bells and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I don't know, man. Ringside's a little. Maybe I should just go back here. Like I literally could have got ringside seats. I don't know why I didn't. I think I bought more than just for me. That's why my sister and her boyfriend went, and my best friend and I don't think they might have bought their tickets, and maybe I bought his, and that's why I didn't do it. I don't know. To this day, I can't remember what the fuck.
Mistakes were made.
Mistakes are made. All right, so the next one. This is some good shit. Okay, listen, I believe in a lot of stuff. I think anything's possible. Now, I'm not a fan of the Hollywood movies about Annabelle and all that, and the Warrens, but I'm a fan of the real shit.
Oh, I know what you're about to talk about.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the real shit, though. That's the next graphic is talking about how Dan Riviera passed away suddenly on this tour with Annabelle, the real Annabelle. And listen, even believe or not believe or whatever, you know, this fucking Raggedy Ann doll could be from the 1980s. We don't fucking know, but all I know is I've read enough that I'm not gonna fuck with it. I'm not gonna fuck with it. I'm not playing Russian roulette with this about is it real or not. Let's find out. Not gonna do it. Common sense. Don't care. There were two rules the Warrens had about this: do not open, do not move. They broke them both. Like,
oh, he opened it. He opened the door.
You don't know this whole story, okay?
Oh, so I just heard that he died. I didn't hear what happened.
Let's go back. So they decide that they want to take Annabelle on the road. There's the first great idea. We're going to travel with Annabelle. So Dan, under the guidance of whoever runs the Warren Museum now, they build a replica, an exact replica of the original case that Annabelle's in, except it's bigger because it's made to travel. So they not only did they open it, they put her in a different case that they assume they made the right way.
Did they have a priest bless it? Because that's what the Warrens also did.
This is what's interesting, and I saw the video, and you can look this up. So before they moved her, and they already had her in the case they had made, and they were getting ready to put her back in the original one because the case they made needed repaired. These are all great signs. I'm trying to be quick with this too. I'm trying to make it short. So you watch this video, and he goes through the ritual. He reads the ritual. The guy that runs the Warren Museum. He uses holy water and puts it all over Dan's hands. And then Dan also puts on this pair of gloves because they said to never let the doll touch your skin. So he opens up, let me put this down. So he opens up the case that they had made, and he grabs Annabelle and he swings her over and he sets her up in the original case, and he keeps fucking with her. And the guy that read the ritual and all that is like, what are you doing? Close the door, close the door, close the door. And Dan's like, I need to fix her head. So he's kind of awkward with her for 20 seconds and it freaked the other guy out. So yeah, there's a ritual you're supposed to do, but you were never supposed to move her. And supposedly this case was stained with holy water and holy oils, and there's the Lord's prayers engraved in the back, and there's several crosses. Like it was built a specific way. So again, I don't think you rebuilding it and thinking you got it right was a good idea. So before he passed away, they stopped in. Let me pull up my. They stopped at a plantation. Did you hear about the plantation?
No, I haven't heard any details.
So on this tour, they stopped at the Nottoway Plantation in Louisiana, which has an Annabelle museum. So they thought, what a great place to stop with Annabelle. Well, there's an Annabelle museum, right? So they did, and they did their little visit. Everything's fine. They leave. I don't remember the exact timeline, but not shortly after they leave, the fucking plantation burned down. A plantation that's been around since 1862 burns down after Annabelle visited, and they say it was electrical. Now, again, I'm no expert in these areas, but I'm pretty sure that electricity is something that demonics and spirits and stuff can fuck with. I'm just saying. just kind of crazy.
If there was not anything that's going to make you believe,
Yeah.
No, and I wonder.
And to top it off, this rumor came about that Annabelle was missing because apparently at some point someone saw the case. She wasn't in the case while they were at the plantation. So they're gonna, if you took the fucking doll out again, first of all, it's a bad idea to even take it on the road. You know, why are you doing that? So after the plantation incident, I forget the next town they were in, but the night after they did that stop at the hotel, he passed away. Suddenly passed away. But Annabelle is not missing. That part of the rumor is not true, but they're just continuing this tour like everything's fine. Of course, the police in Louisiana said the doll had nothing, like, they're like, come on, guys, the doll had nothing to do with it. I just think that's a little too much coincidence.
There's a lot of coincidence there.
And again, it's been there since 1862. People have wanted to burn it down because it was a slave plantation back in the day, so people didn't like it. But all of a sudden, now it burned down. Now, like, you know,
Yeah.
There's people that were in there like, oh, I'd love to burn that fucking place down. Fuck that place. Even though they turned it into I think it was a resort or a hotel or something now. But anyway, yeah, that happened. And then he passed away. So, there you go.
Wow. I did not know the whole story. I just heard the fact he died.
Yeah, the movies aren't my thing, but I'm actually into the Warrens and this Annabelle shit like the real life.
Oh, I've been watching the movies because my sister wants to see
the
new one coming out.
It's enough I wouldn't fuck with it. Also, I didn't send it to you. I have it somewhere on my phone, but somebody was at, and I know Photoshop and all that's a thing today, but someone was at the plantation when Annabelle was there and they took a photo. And then they posted it and they zoomed in and there's a reflection in the glass beside Annabelle and it doesn't really look like it's human.
Huh.
Yeah, pretty interesting.
I'll have to look that up. So, you have to wonder. And now he's dead, so I'm sure he's not thinking much. But if you're going to die, if you are a haunted tour host and you die in mysterious circumstances after messing with a doll, isn't that the way you want to go?
Yeah. So, by the way, for people that aren't, and I'm not necessarily, anyway, he's actually, he's he's a ghost. He's a professional. This is what he does. He's a supernatural expert. So, yes, it'd be like it'd be like Supernatural. Like this is what he did. Not saying the man wanted to die, but he had a family and stuff.
No, I'm sure he didn't want to die, and I'm not trying to make fun of him.
No, I'm just saying. I'm agreeing to your point that it's not like he was doing this for the money. Like he was into this shit. He believes this stuff. You know, he knew it wasn't a good idea to move the doll, but I'm sure he thought with the ritual and the gloves and everything that it was safe. But to me, that's two coincidences too many right there.
I mean, if I die by this seems to prove my point that this is all real.
Yeah.
If you're going to go, that's the way to go, I think, if that's what you're doing.
And I would have to look it up, but I do believe there was one time, like someone, and I'm sure I have it more than once, but I think there was one documented time that wherever the doll was, someone tried to open the case. And of course, they stopped them from completely getting the doll out. Then something happened to them because they had touched Annabelle when they opened the case. So,
I mean, if I die while podcasting, feel free to exploit me for that hush money.
So there you go. But she's not missing, folks. But if anything else happens, we will talk about it on the pod. No more reports of anything yet. But yeah, just don't fuck with stuff like that. Like, just don't look.
Yeah.
I fucked with a real Ouija board back in the day, and I'm not talking about the one that you can buy at Target. Like, there are real ones. Wasn't a fan. I didn't fuck with it too long. All I knew is I wasn't moving it, and I don't know who was. Maybe my friends were, maybe they weren't. But it didn't take long for me to be like, no, I'm good. That doesn't seem right. I'm going to go ahead and on out of here. I'm good.
The Boomer and Blaze show officially says, don't fuck Annabelle. I mean, with Annabelle.
No.
With Annabelle, my bad.
Don't test that. All right, so I thought for our next little segment, let's just tell everybody right now, and I'm sure you and I agree, no spoilers here. And we've already discussed this, but we're going to talk about Superman again a little bit because we both got to see it.
I'm going to spoil one thing. He fucking saved a squirrel. I loved it.
He did.
I loved it.
That simple statement you just made describes the whole theme of this that some people I see are hating on. This was a Superman movie.
That's the thing I loved about it, though.
The opening scene made me feel like a fucking kid, like right away.
Yeah.
I loved it. I fucking loved this movie. I love this guy as Superman. This movie was great.
So
things people are complaining about don't bother me. Like, I don't care that we didn't need an origin story again. We all know Superman's origins. I'm okay with let's jump in. Superman's been here. Let's just dive in and see what's going on. I was okay with that.
Oh, I love the whole movie. I loved like when I was seeing trailers, I was excited. I was hyped up from the trailers. The one thing from the trailer that I was like, I don't know that's necessary. That was the kaiju fight. The giant monster. It looks, I mean, the one thing that looks super CGI and it looks out of place is that giant monster. However, after watching the movie, that was like one of my favorite scenes because that scene showed the Superman that I've been. It's just like with Batman. Most movies, and the reason I love the Batman, most movies seem to forget that Batman is an expert detective. They're more focused on punchy, punchy, punchy. Don't get me wrong, I like punchy, 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 but it takes away one of the core elements. The core elements of Batman is he's super smart. He has prep time and he can take care of almost any problem because of his detective skills, because of his intelligence. And a lot of the movies, I mean, I still love Batman movies. Don't get me wrong. Even Batman and Robin is entertaining in its own way.
It is.
I don't really dislike any Batman movie. However, not one of them till the Batman truly got it right that this man is a detective. This man is intelligent. But the same issue I have with most Superman movies. Now, I don't remember the original ones with Christopher Reeves that well, so I can't really judge on that.
I used to watch them as a kid, and that's part of what I like. James Gunn made nods to the original movie. There was a nod to Smallville in there, which was the way that Lex's building was named.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was from Smallville. It's saying Luthor Corps in the movies, it was Lex Luthor. It always said Lex Luthor Corps or Lex Luthor on top of the buildings. But
I always remember it as LexCorp.
LexCorp, yeah. But they changed it to Luthor Corp, and that's from Smallville.
Oh, okay.
Corrected me. There you go.
But no, during that kaiju fight, we saw Superman the way that I see him in the comics.
Yeah.
And that is, he is trying to minimize damage. He's trying to make sure all life is precious. That's why I get excited that he saved a fucking squirrel.
Exactly. And by the way, this goes back to why Corset is it Corset or Corset?
Corn Sweat.
Corn Sweat.
Say truth to his name.
I'm trying to.
That man was an amazing Superman.
He wanted the trunks because he was making the point that Superman wore all this shit to look like a hero, so kids wouldn't be scared of him.
He didn't want.
We talked about this before, but he's a fucking alien. But he didn't need any of this, and we discussed this on a previous episode. He could be in a wife beater and shorts and do what he does. He doesn't need the cape. He doesn't need the outfit. It's to make people like him and not be afraid of him. That is the whole point. And the fact he saved it like a squirrel. That's Superman. Superman had feelings. This is the Superman we need.
He was upset. He was upset with the Justice Gang for constantly attacking him and having it hit collateral damage. Like he cared about collateral damage. Unlike Man of Steel, where he literally rams Zod through multiple buildings, not giving a shit about the people in there. Yes, there was destruction in this movie. That's fine. If the enemy is doing destruction, that is an enemy thing.
Yeah.
But as Superman, he purposely does his best to keep people alive, to keep animals alive. If you are life, he has care for you.
Yeah.
And he also was upset that they killed the beast. He's like, did you have to do that? They're like, well, he had to be put down. He's like, well, we could have put him in a zoo or at least take him down more humanely.
Right. I mean, yes,
I loved that. I loved that these are the good guys and they're doing what they feel is necessary. And Superman is like, no, we got to do this the right way. And I love that. That is the Superman. This movie made me so excited for the James Gunn universe. Like
and wasn't it nostalgia without it being nostalgia? Like it's not like
it was.
exactly like the original Superman, but the whole thing felt nostalgic. And I fucking
Yeah,
liked it.
this was amazing. I liked Creature Commandos, but this embodies. I mean, Creature Commandos was a bunch of
Oh,
characters I didn't really know, but
and
this
before we forget,
embodies.
to go back to the fight scene that you mentioned and the CGI, and part of that is because James Gunn wanted to use as little CGI as possible. He tried to use as many practical effects as he could because he wanted it to look and feel like
Real
the
lived
older
in.
movie and real. Yeah, so that's why some of the CGI may look bad, but he was trying to avoid as much CGI as possible.
I'm just saying, in the trailers, that was just my one question mark.
Yeah,
and it ended up
and then of
being one
course
of my
people were
favorite
showing
scenes.
clips comparing it to when they had the same scene in Cavill's. He fought the same battle in his, and they were trying to show the difference. But again, that was a different movie, and it was a darker tone, and it looked totally different. It felt totally different.
Loved it.
Great movie. This though was Superman. Nothing against you, Henry, but this is Superman. This is the Superman I want. This is Superman.
Henry Cavill's. It was cool
This
and
is
all,
my
but
Superman.
it was more Injustice. It was a darker Superman take from Injustice,
Which is fine, but it's just not. But I talk about it all the time. Like The Dark Knight's one of my favorite movies. It was a cinematic masterpiece. Was it really a Batman movie? It's a little darker than a Batman movie.
I love Batman.
But I fucking love it.
My favorite Batman is from the 80s when he is really dark and brooding. So
that's Michael Keaton. Yeah.
No. I'm talking about comics. In the comics,
the comics. Yeah.
That's when they really emphasize that Joker is dark. He's messed up.
Yeah.
That Dark Knight was perfect 80s comics Batman.
Fucking cinema classic.
But Superman was so good that it makes me worried about Fantastic Four, and I was really excited about Fantastic Four. And also to bring it in with our podcast, John Cena was in this movie. Shit, that's kind
spoiler.
of it's not a major spoiler.
No, because it's actually
Peacemaker. It's just a little
cameo. That clip has been on all over the place before the movie was even in the theaters. I've already seen that clip before I even saw the movie. So yes, I love this, and I will be going back to the theaters because I have to go see Fantastic Four in the theater.
I'm going to watch it, but I'm like, how is it going to compare to the Superman? Like the Superman was great.
Like this on the big screen. Yeah. I think I was a weird kid because my original hero love before the Michael Keaton movie, my original superhero love was the Fantastic Four. That was like my first comic book exposure. I don't know how. So they were like my original heroes.
For me, it was always Batman and Spider-Man. So I'm a basic bitch.
Once Keaton came out, then I was all about Batman. Then I had to start digging into the comics and everything. But yeah, my original exposure to a hero, my first superheroes were Fantastic Four. So
for me, it was Batman and the comics that I loved.
Waiting. And now that we're actually getting Galactus for real, I got to go see that shit on the big screen.
I'm excited for it. I'm just worried that this movie was so good that it's going to make that one lackluster. And I was excited about that one. So, all right, we should probably move on.
Yeah, we're going to move on to some more. Let's not totally call this sad. It kind of is, but Buff's looking at this as a good thing. I didn't know he had such serious health issues, but Buff Bagwell had a leg amputated a few days ago, and I feel okay. Wrong picture. Go back one.
I thought I thought we were doing it in order.
I'm sorry, I numbered them wrong. My bad. Yeah, I numbered that one wrong. We're good. But there we go. Now Buff posted this himself. That's why I have no issue sharing this. He puts this on his Twitter. He's being very positive. I believe it was back in 2020. He had his car wreck. He was in a car wreck several years back. It might have been even longer ago than that. But and after he got in the wreck, he had a lot of problems. He ended up having 21 surgeries, which led to alcoholism because he was trying to recover from drugs. So he thought, hey, alcohol is better than drugs, right? But it got so bad where he was like taking the little bottles with him. So like when he was driving, they were just going somewhere, he have some. So anyway, all he keeps saying, and I don't want to speculate anything, he just keeps saying this was from health issues he could not get over, and they've been trying to save the leg for years. But getting it taken was a good thing, and he's just going to recover and keep going. So I don't know exactly. All he said was health issues. So, I'm going to be respectful and we'll just go with that for now.
All right.
I mean, he's obviously, he's obviously admitted he believes it's related to his alcohol and his drug problems and this car wreck that he was in. So, but at least he's in good spirits. He seems to be
Yeah.
happy about it, like he made the right decision. So that's a good thing. Buff's been doing really well. He's another one of those guys. He went to work with DDP. So DDP's been helping Buff for several months now. And DDP's pretty much everybody's been successful. I can't think of nobody that hasn't been successful working with DDP. So yeah, get well soon, Buff. You can still be the stuff. You don't gotta have two legs. It's fine. You can still be Buff Daddy. It's all good. I mean, it is. You know, that would be a hard decision to make. But if you knew it was going to help you health wise,
yeah.
But I wouldn't. I
It
wouldn't. I
sucks, but
wouldn't.
it is what it
I
is.
would not want to have to make that decision though. But I mean, I can see saying, you know what, it's fine. I have two. I joke about that all the time. You know, if you have two of anything, it's fine. You cut a finger off, you have 9 more. It's okay. Again, I'm morbid. I don't know what to tell you. But all right, we can move on. We can move on to something I messaged you about as soon as I saw it because I thought, wow, this is great. This is, if you're going to have actual mat wrestling professional, you know, UFC style, then who better to be your lead commentator than Kurt freaking Angle? It's true.
Yeah, this was the right choice, even though we're talking about Hulk Hogan.
No brainer. No brainer. The right choice for this. Well, again, I know how you feel, but I really don't. I mean, I know Hulk Hogan's past and all that. He may appear on the premiere or something, but I don't see Hogan being heavily. This is just his company. I don't think he's going to make himself on TV a lot. I don't see that happening. I think
that still makes me not like him. Like it.
But anyway, this is a genius choice. There is also, and forgive me because I forgot to write it down, but there's also a former UFC wrestler or fighter that has been signed to do commentary as well. But Kurt Angle is, come on, who else would you want to be your commentator for this? An Olympic gold medalist. He won a gold medal with a broken freaking neck.
No, this was the right move. This is a good choice.
100%. And then I read today, by the way, which I thought was a little weird. I read Fox Nation got the TV rights for a Real American Freestyle. I thought Fox Nation was a news channel, but I guess I'm wrong. I don't really watch it.
I mean, it's a subsidiary of Fox, so
yeah. I mean, it's part of Fox. I just thought it was interesting that, excuse me, that's going to be on Fox Nation, but that's what it's going to be on, folks. If you want to catch it, the first show's in Cleveland, Ohio.
Once again, we're bringing up a little bit of politics, but he is a big conservative, and Fox is really a conservative network, so it fits.
Yeah. It'll be interesting again to see. Like, I don't know if I'm going to enjoy it or not, but I will. If I don't have access, I'll find a way to watch it. You know, so we can definitely talk about it when it happens. Before you throw this next picture up real quick, I got to ask you because this made me laugh so hard because the internet wrestling fans got this one wrong. Did you see the picture of Edge's new shirt that he wore on TV?
No, I haven't.
You haven't seen this thing at all? Anything about this? Okay, so all I want you to do is pull this picture up and just tell me your first reaction to this shirt.
All right. Rated R Legend. Oh, wait, Legend? You spelled legend wrong.
Okay, now.
Okay, wait, what?
I'm not gonna laugh at you because that's what the majority of people thought. Okay, and I'm not saying I'm a genius, but they actually didn't misspell legend. Tony Khan found a way to make an Edge shirt without getting in trouble.
Oh!
Fucking genius! Real man of genius!
I assumed there was something with it because...
Yes, but just like you, immediately all the internet started making fun of AEW and Tony Khan. So I pulled it up and I looked for a minute and then I looked it up and legit, this is not a mistake. This is not a misspelling. They fucking made an Edge shirt they can't get in trouble for. It's fucking brilliant.
I thought it would be highly unlikely that such a prominent shirt would show up.
Right, this is genius.
Yeah, it is.
Like, I'm not a trademark lawyer, but I'm pretty sure WWE can't complain about this. This does not say Edge. This does not say Edge. This says Legend. This is good shit. I might want one of these. I mean,
that is a cool shirt. And I don't blame you.
It's
a cool shirt.
My first initial reaction too was, oh, they misspelled it, and it blew up on the internet. They misspelled it, and then I looked it up, and as soon as I read it, I'm like, that's fucking brilliant. You made an Edge shirt with fucking. That's good.
Wow. Good for you, Adam Copeland.
Congratulations.
Nice.
Yes, he's having the time of his life. You know, he's in it in his terms, and I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
Kind of teasing him and Christian getting back together, so he might be coming close to the second end. But all right. Well, the next thing I sent you is actually a TNA item. that I just got to talk about real quick. Over the weekend, they had their pay-per-view Slammiversary.
Oh, I
And,
think
the
I know what
Hardys-
this is about.
Yeah, they won their
Oh,
titles.
this is not what I
Not
thought
their
you were
titles,
going to
but
talk about.
the Hardys won the tag titles back at Slammiversary. There were a couple of the little highlights we'll go over real quick. One is that they highlighted that AJ was coming back, and all he did was come to the ring and talk to somebody that just won a title.
Oh,
Trick Williams kept the title. He beat Joe Hendry. And then JCJ, is that the NXT champ's name, right? JCJ, if I'm wrong.
you're talking to the wrong person when it comes to TNA.
She won TNA Women's Championship. So now both their major championships are on NXT stars. That's neither here or there. The Hardys won the titles back. It was a 4-way ladder match. It was pretty creative because I've never seen a ladder match where all the ladders got fucked. They were out of ladders. So Jeff Hardy's standing there going, what the fuck? So he looks up and he sees something and he goes like this. The next thing you know, they dropped one of those rope ladders like you see come out of a helicopter. Jeff Hardy climbed that motherfucker and grabbed the belts, and that's how they won. After the match, they got a little visitor, and it was Bubba. It was Bubba Ray Dudley.
Bubba Ray Dudley.
Yeah.
We should be seeing him somewhat soon.
So Bubba throws out this speech, and it was kind of funny because when he started, he was talking about the greatest tag teams, and he's like, look, we all know the greatest tag team ever is, and then he said the word Warriors. You know, just probably fucking people. But anyway, long story short, he threw out a challenge, and at Bound for Glory in October, at TNA Bound for Glory, we're going to see one last time the fucking Hardys versus Team 3D because they can't use Dudley outside of WWE. The fucking
That's
Hardys
awesome.
and the Dudleys one more time. TNA in October. What about that?
Isn't he Bully Ray technically?
Yeah, and what I'm interested in is Devon couldn't be there. Devon couldn't be there because of prior commitments. But Devon hasn't wrestled since the last time the Dudleys came back to WWE, which I don't remember exactly what year that was. Bubba's still been wrestling since then, but Devon hasn't wrestled. I mean, I'm sure he still gets in the ring, and he's probably done, maybe he's done independent here and there, but as far as being like a full-time wrestler, he hasn't done it since they left WWE that last time. But I'm all for this, and I found it interesting. In an interview, Bubba said he's really excited, and this match would never happen in WWE. So I don't know exactly what that means. I kind of wondered why the Hardys weren't back there yet. I don't know. He didn't give a reason. He just said this would never happen in the WWE. So there you go.
I don't know.
But congratulations to the Hardys, and we get to see the Hardys and the Dudleys one more time. Well, I won't get to see it live because I don't buy pay-per-views, but that's at Bound for Glory in October. So there you go. All right, moving on. It's time for WWE news. And
All right.
I told you before we started recording that we're not going to really go over SummerSlam. We'll wait till next week. There's a lot more matches confirmed, but I knew we had a lot to talk about today. I still have a couple things I haven't even put up because I didn't want you to see them ahead of time. So I knew we had a lot to talk about, plus the people we were covering. So the WWE news is not going to be about SummerSlam, but I think I got something you're really going to enjoy. Blaze, my co-host, if you remember, I have a Mount Rushmore of wrestlers that I hate.
I do remember. Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you remember who was on that Mount Rushmore of hate.
Who was on that Mount Rushmore of hate?
Well, it was Jim Cornette, Jeff Jarrett, Vince McMahon, and CM Punk. But as we all know, if you listen to the show and due to recent events, well, as a matter of fact, it's right there. That's my old Mount Rushmore of hate right there.
Obviously, we need to take Punk off of there.
Oh, my friend, no problem. I have something for you that I think you're going to love.
Okay.
There you go. Let's throw up my new Mount Rushmore of hate.
It's a proper, Goldberg.
Last week, I complimented Bill Goldberg. Kind of defended him, didn't I? Didn't I kind of defend him?
A little bit of defense.
It's not like a 5-star match, but man, him and Gunther, like they did it. Yeah, it was a week ago. Well, that can happen in a week, can it?
Indeed.
Yeah. Fuck you, Goldberg. How about that? Fuck you, Goldberg, you whiny little bitch. Have you read all this stuff coming out of Goldberg's mouth?
No, I've been waiting because you told me that you had some Goldberg news that was gonna piss me off, and I was gonna wait for the podcast.
Fucking sent him a message. I was like, Goldberg's about to get that Jeff Jarrett heat. That's what's about to happen to this motherfucker. So he's whining. He's like, Goldberg's like, I put a lot into that last match, and I just don't feel like they put in the same effort I did. You know, I don't know. I was a WCW guy, man. The fuck, what? Dude, did you watch it yet? Did you watch that match yet?
No, I haven't.
Like, what are we even fucking talking about? I don't even know. Look, okay, so first of all, he's mad because it got cut off at the end. That wasn't WWE's fault. Maybe it was their fault if they let a match run too long, but as far as who cut him off, that was NBC. That wasn't WWE. So he says in an interview, they wouldn't do that to The Undertaker. They wouldn't do that to John Cena. Can you hear me okay? Can everybody hear me? Hey, Goldberg, you're not the Undertaker. You're not the
You're
Undertaker.
not Cena.
You're not Hulk Hogan. You're not fucking Sting. You're not Ric Flair. Like, dude, you would only be in the top 10 because you were in the right place at the right time and you helped WCW when they needed. Every one of your matches was a fucking squash match. By the way, they didn't know you this. Vince promised you this. They didn't have to give you a fucking thing. But Triple H went ahead and did it. Well, it wasn't a pay-per-view. Well, there aren't pay-per-views anymore anyway, and no one really wanted to see you. No one really wanted to see you. It was in Atlanta. It's the only reason it went the way it did. No one gave two fucks. I didn't need another Goldberg match. Did you need another Goldberg match?
I never need a Goldberg match.
In 2016, they brought you back and they let you squash Brock Lesnar in 86 seconds. You destroyed the fucking Fiend's entire career in 30 seconds in fucking Saudi Arabia. Fuck you and your retirement match. And by the way, Bret Hart's better than you and he has a reason to bitch. God, you suck. Are you kidding me? Fucking Goldberg. Are you really serious?
I'm just happy you've joined my train.
Look, I never liked him, but I tried not to hate him. But this baby back bullshit right here, are you kidding me? And now he's probably going to wrestle some. Now he's going to go to Tony and be like, hey, Tony, that didn't do me right. You got a match for me. Like, dude, it was a decent match. You went out good. And you're crying because you got cut off and you're going to try to compare yourself to The Undertaker and John Cena. No. If you would have been there like 3 years earlier or 2 years later, you wouldn't have made it. You were just in the right place at the right time. And people liked your 30-second matches. It was just timing is all it was. Like, what the fuck? What are we talking about? Unhappy. They didn't put the same effort into it. Like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Come on.
Fuck Goldberg.
By the way, didn't thank Gunther for that match. And we all know that was Gunther, not Goldberg. Because Goldberg couldn't even carry Jeff Jarrett's suitcase. And I hate Jeff Jarrett. Jarrett's better than you. Are you fucking kidding me? Also, he broke Charles Robinson's rib when he speared him. Didn't say anything. Didn't say, sorry, my bad. Didn't even address it. So, fuck Goldberg.
I'm going to be honest with you. This right here is pretty close to what I think my Mount Rushmore would be if I made a Mount Rushmore of wrestlers that I also don't like.
Yeah.
It's pretty close. I don't like any of these people. I'm trying to think.
My biggest thing about it is he doesn't realize, yeah, that's a classic. He doesn't even think about the fact they didn't have to give this to him. They let your son get involved. Like, it was a cool moment. No, my speech got cut off. So what?
Fuck Goldberg.
So what? That your speech got cut off. In WCW, your fucking main event at a pay-per-view got cut off and they gave it away the next night for free on Nitro. What the fuck does it matter that your speech got cut off? Nobody cared about your speech anyway. Your speech should have been damn unlucky. Thanks. Good night. Like, come on.
Agreed.
Fuck out of here.
Agreed.
So, yeah, fuck Goldberg. I knew you would appreciate that new Mount Rushmore. I knew you would.
Hey, I have the promo ready.
So the next one I didn't really discuss with you. I have to send you something else that I didn't even discuss. We kind of discussed it last week off the air. So I thought that something's been missing since we came back, hasn't it? Hasn't there been something missing from our bullshit corner? Something that we used to do. And I thought, why not next week? Why not next week? Baby, come back.
Baby, come back.
So next week, we are going to bring back
the
game review. I did not have time this week to just go back and double check. I just want to make sure that we don't double cover the game. But I think you're correct. I don't think we've done anything for 99 yet. So if we have to, we'll backstack to catch up. We'll see how many games there are. But I will put the work in this week. And next week, we'll bring back video game review.
I might have to make a graphic for it as well.
Oh yes. I just it was kind of plain before, and I just went to add a couple things. And of course, I put our new logo on there. But
I like it.
yeah. So there you go. Next week, video game review returns.
Send me that graphic, by the way.
I will. Um, yeah, and I also looked ahead to make sure that next week wasn't a WrestleMania or anything, because I prefer to do video game reviews on the shorter ones, and it's not, so we're good. It's not one of the big four, so we're good. So there you go. All right, well, unless you got something, I only have one thing left.
What do we have next week?
Next week is a King of the Ring.
Oh, I know what that is.
King of the Ring.
Ooh, King of the Ring. Okay.
99, yeah. So we really only have one more thing left, but I kind of have two. We'll just put it that way. We only have one more feature left. And of course, it's our usual feature. It's everyone's favorite. By the way, I think I discussed this on air, or maybe just off air, but this has become very popular on social media. Even if it's not our page, I share it to other pages and stuff, and it's definitely become a fan favorite. It is time for the Chic Tweet of the Week.
Chic tweet.
That's right. And this one, he's like,
I was getting excited. Sorry, I'm sorry.
This week's tweet is short and simple, but it looks like the Sheik wants something to happen here. He says, legalize suplexing jabronis. I mean, I could back that. Could you imagine
legalize suplexing?
Could you imagine just walking down the street?
I didn't know it was illegal.
I don't like that jabroni. I'm just going to suplex you right now. Could you imagine doing that? Well, look,
I can't imagine it. I've been a wrestling fan in a long time. I can definitely imagine it.
I'm going to guess it's illegal. I'm going to guess it's assault if you just walk down the street and suplex somebody.
Well,
like, you're my co-host, and I don't want to downgrade your knowledge or anything, but I'm pretty sure probably illegal. Yeah, it's probably not shined upon.
There's worse things. Imagine DDTing someone.
Right. Have you ever seen the video of these two guys that I don't know how they pull it off, but they always wrestle in Walmart, and they're giving each other swanton bombs and stuff in Walmart? I don't know how they pull it off. I don't know if they work there, or Walmart's just like, we don't care. Go ahead and use our tables and do swantons. Yeah, it's crazy. That's a whole other thing. But anyway, they think it's okay to suplex in public, right? Indeed. In Walmart, and use whatever's there to your advantage. So there you go.
These low prices.
This slash prices, man. Right here. All right.
Have you ever seen the? Sorry to go on a tangent here. Have you ever seen the episode of South Park, Something Walmart Comes This Way?
Yes.
I can't avoid these low prices.
These low prices.
Oh, go without me, Stan.
You gotta love it. Have you seen the trailer? They're teasing the new season of South Park. The trailer doesn't really show you much.
Oh, I'm excited. Obviously excited. That's coming soon.
Yeah. So they're going to let tease out. All right. Well, I have one more thing to share that we're going to use before we start our main event. We already gave our warning at the beginning, and even though they're not going to acknowledge this, by the way, I haven't watched this pay-per-view since I watched it live. Never watched it again, even though I know nothing's there. We're not going to see anything. But this is the pay-per-view where we lose one heart. And I don't think any of that segment's going to be there. Like, they're not going to show the interview with Blue Blazer. I don't think they're going to show anything. They're just going to chop all that out. It's only 2 hours. It's only 2 hours and 20 minutes on here, and I imagine the missing time is that segment. But before we watch, since there's not really going to be anywhere in the pay-per-view, I don't remember exactly where the match was going to be. I suppose I can Google that when we get into it. I think it was pretty close to the main event. But
boy, as soon as you look up Over the Edge 1999, I got a whole bunch of articles about Owen Hart.
Yeah, and what happened when he actually fell. Yeah, and what caused his death, which of course was the impact to his chest from that turnbuckle. But I can't remember if I was reading I had to be watching something or listening to a podcast. Somebody was getting interviewed, and for years I think everybody has discussed and wondered, why did Vince keep going? It's always been something I've heard people talk about. I finally found out why, and this came from Shane. And you can still have reviews on it, but when I heard it, it does make sense. But we have to remember that when this happened, for one, the arena was not lit all the way up because they were going to drop him from the ceiling. They didn't have the music and everything. They were actually showing a promo on the screen when you first started sending, like a backstage interview, maybe with the Godfather. I don't know. So the lights weren't all the way up when all this happened. So obviously people know something happened, and people knew that Owen got taken out with a stretcher and all this. But you got to remember that we may have known watching on TV, but the live crowd did not know Owen died, and they didn't tell them that. And that's why they kept going. Vince didn't feel that it would be good to announce that Owen was dead and end the show and have a bunch of people upset and panicked, and who knows how they would react.
Yeah,
So
true.
that's why he chose to keep it going, is because the people in the arena did not know exactly what had happened. They just thought Owen got hurt, but they didn't know that Owen was dead. So that's why he chose to go on. Yeah, which I never thought about that. Now we've been to those shows, right? And one of the things we both talked about was how crazy it is you can't hear the commentators. And I never put that together, that hey, they didn't know he was dead. So that's why Vince chose to keep going. I'm sure the guys in the back, as tough as it was, understood. But we'll know when it happens, because
the way I remember specifically the way that commentating is on the rest of the show, it was just somber.
I remember the main event that you can see it on Undertaker's face that something really bad happened. He's trying not to break character.
I also unfortunately remember the blood stain that was
on
the mat.
Some people try to argue that that's not a blood stain, but I find it hard to believe it's not, because they actually said that he sliced it was an aorta, right? I believe when he hit his chest, that it sliced an aorta. He died from internal bleeding, so it actually killed him. It wasn't technically, it was the fall, but it was internal bleeding. So that's the official cause of death anyway.
All right, well.
So we're not going to actually see, that, but we all know that happened at this pay-per-view, which makes it kind of infamous. And like I said, I haven't rewatched it since it happened, so that makes it kind of interesting. I like when we watch. I don't like I know what happened here, but I like when we watch stuff I've never seen or I haven't seen in a long time. I've probably seen everything. I don't know if there's too many I haven't seen. There's a handful.
Yeah.
But I never watched this. So, and when we do get started, you have to remind me, I got to talk about the dark matches. I have a note, but I got to read these dark matches because one of them I can't believe even happened. So,
yeah, I haven't watched this since it happened. So
yeah, me neither. I don't own it in my last library or anything. And by the way, this is also going to be the last time I use this name for obvious reasons. This will be the last Over the Edge.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. All right, let's do it. It's main event time. It's Over the Edge.